Crab needs a home. The life of a hermit crab isn't so bad. They live near the seashore and they bask in the warm sun. They bathe in the salty sea and they play in the surf. The views are great too. Sunrises and sunsets can be pretty spectacular, and you can beat the night sky with all its twinkling stars. But for one hermit crab, life, life was not so great. Lucy Cave was a hermit crab of spectacular pro- proportions. You might think that being the biggest crab on the seashore had its advantages. However, for Cap, the advantages were few and far between. One of the biggest problems with being big was just that being big. Being big made it easy for hungry gulls to spot Cap as they hung like kites in the stiff sea breeze. But there was a bigger problem. Cap could not find a home that was big enough for him. Hermit crabs live in the discredited shells of snails. As a crab grows, it moves out of one shell and into a bigger one. The trouble is that most snails are not very big. Now that is not a huge problem for most normal-sized crabs, but for Cap it was a problem of great enormity. Cap walked sideways up and down the shore. He searched and searched for a shell big enough to use as his home. He waited and waited, hoping that soon one day a royal shell would wash up on shore. While he waited to find a proper home, Cab lived in a large hole in a log. Now the hole was a fine home for most animals, but it was not a proper home for a hermit crab. Whenever Cab wanted to go out, he felt naked. The other hermit crabs made fun of him and the ghosts swooped down to try to make him their dinner. Cab always managed to escape the ghosts, but the teasing from other crabs hurt to the core of his feeling. To hide his nakedness, Cap tried everything. First he grabbed feathers he found along the shore and strung them together with old fishing line. Then he wrapped them all around his soft shell. But the other crabs thought he looked silly. Look at Kev now, they said. He thinks he's a bird. The next thing you know, he will try to fly. Kev's feelings were hurt even more. He threw off the feathers and returned to his hole in the rock. Next, he gathered seaweed and wove it together to make a fine-looking suit. But soon the seaweed began to rot and smell. The smell was so bad that no even cat could stand it. So he so he threw away his seaweed suit and returned to his hole in the rock. Crawling out of his hole one morning, Cab noticed something strange had washed ashore. He crawled out of the hole to take a closer look. As he got closer, he could see it was a boat, and a very fine boat it was. The boat was bright blue, which was Cap's favorite color in the world. He had always admired the blue fish in the tide pools, and he thought that blue crabs were the most handsome of all crabs. He had looked for a blue snail shell, so a home when he was a smaller crab, but he had never found one. Cab examined the boat more closely. It was made of love and would be perfect for stormy days when the cold wind and rain blew off the sea, and on the toy of the boat were two large eyes. Aha, thought Caps. These eyes will sorely scare off the swooping girls. And best of all, the boat was large. Cal looked inside and sized it up. The boat was most definitely big enough for Cap's enormous body. He climbed into the boat. It was a perfect fit. Cap strode down the shore, warning his new home. The girls were frightened by the two large eyes looking up at them. All the other clubs would and as Cab walked by, they were envious of Cab's beautiful new home. Cab, Cab was not only the biggest crab on the shore, he was also the most handsome. The next week, Cab had an open house. All the other crabs came to see Cab's home, and they all brought him gifts. Cab was no longer laughing stock of all the crabs. He was the envy of Fisher.